y'all, I'm still setting up cameras and everything. Trying to see how everything is working out, because we now officially have my I'm on a desktop because I hooked that up, something that I've actually had for a while, and now it is officially active. And I was setting everything up the other day for ladies' night, so that well, not for the next ladies' night, which is on Friday. Every Friday at 9:30 is ladies' night. So whether or not it just be me by myself talking, or if it is other people coming in, that's something that I'm trying to get used to doing, because it seems to be something that everybody likes, everybody loves. Good morning, everybody, on YouTube. So I'm live on Twitch, Facebook. Okay, what is happening with that? That was weird. Okay, so Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And I think the only one that I'm missing is my Instagram. So let me go live on Instagram. Okay, so then that way I got everything. But something just happened with that camera over there, started vibrating for some reason, as if something hit the wire, and nothing's in here. So this morning, we're going to talk about a fresh perspective. Because if you have not seen my Monday post, everybody feels like Mondays people be dragging. All right, so Monday is not really for most people, because as you get to your office, the computer's running slow. Things just seem to want to do what it's doing on Mondays, but it's because everything's been turned off since Friday, and everything's been sitting. So then it takes a minute for everything to reboot, and then it's almost like with people, you've been relaxing and chilling, doing whatever it is that you're doing, and I hear people say Mondays come too fast. But what if Monday never came at all? So sometimes we got to be thankful that we're even getting the opportunity, because people will say, Monday comes too fast. Mondays are a drag. Mondays are this, Mondays are that. But what if Monday never comes? What if Monday rolled around and you didn't show up, or Monday didn't show up for you, and you were not here now? Would you appreciate Mondays differently then? Hey, cousin. Hey, Ben. Hey, Jay. Good morning, everybody. So sometimes we just need a fresh perspective on a situation. The things that we think are a hindrance or a harm to us could potentially be a blessing. Mondays give us a new, fresh start of the week. It gives us a new, fresh beginning to, engaging with people, friends, family. Hey, Joseph, good morning. Ben, I love you. It gives us a new, fresh opportunity to engage. And meanwhile, we can look at stuff as, it being negative, or it being not a favorable situation. Meanwhile, sometimes we don't realize that that's your blessing. It's a restart. Good morning, Mud. So sometimes we just need a fresh perspective in a situation. Thank you, guys. A fresh perspective in a situation. So everything's a little higher. So I'm sitting here, and right now I went and I pulled out my desktop, something that I've had since I moved from Texas. Mind you, never even used this thing. It's a HP touchscreen desktop. Everything's included. Never even touched it. So all of a sudden now I'm saying, okay, well, I need more access, because I need more cameras and I need more stuff, because now I'm doing different, I'm doing ladies night, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to figure out. And then after I set the desktop up, I realized now my chair is too short for the actual computer, because this computer, the camera is all the way at the top and it's fixed there. So there's no way for me to lower, because the way my desk is sitting, there's no way for me to now lower the screen, and it don't flip forward. So if I was to flip it, it would bring the camera down a little bit, but this particular computer don't have that, right? So I called my brother because he, does the tech stuff, and I'm telling him, I set this up. Good morning, E White. I done set this computer up, and so, because I'm trying to get my setup a little bit better for all the stuff that I'm trying to do, hosting the platforms and the people and everything else. So I'm trying to get, my stuff organized and set up right. But I can't lean this down. So he looks it up and he's like, yeah, you got what you got. But either way, he said, he likes the fact that I even am doing, some of the stuff that I'm doing. Anyway, so long story short, the computer works faster than my laptop anyway. And but now I got another dilemma because I'm short. So y'all, I'm sitting on pillows right now. I had to go get 2 pillows and sit on top of the pillows in order to raise myself up. And I'm still not up high enough for the desktop, which is streaming on my YouTube right now. Either way, but the point of it is, excuse me, it's a gadget that I didn't have. It's an access point that I didn't have. So I could complain like, oh, well, it's this or it's not going to work. No, it's working. It's doing the thing that it needs to do. I have to make some adjustments. And sometimes we have to make some adjustments. And people don't really, sometimes you get upset behind having to make adjustments in situations, but we don't know the plan that God has for us or what God has in store for us by any means in advance. All we know is that God has the plan. God knows what he's doing and or she's doing, or the universe knows what it's doing, whatever your reference is to it. We just sometimes got to go with the flow. And so if I can help anybody today by understanding that everything might not be going the best, in your situation or in your life, but is it the way that you're looking at it that's creating the problem? Because if you found out that very thing that happened that you consider to be creating you an issue right now is going to be your blessing, would you look at it differently? I'm very sure the majority of us would. We would all look at it differently. Like, okay, it's not a hindrance now. It actually helped. It helped me, do this, or it helped me become that, or it helped me in any way, shape, or form that it helps you. Then all of a sudden you'll realize that that's the reason why that very thing happened. So the other thing is, last night I'm like over here minding my own business. I was I started to think about, because my son no, can you come here for a minute, please? I just need you to I'm gonna take this camera right here down because it needs to be put on the charger. So my son is home from school right now. Okay, take this phone off of here, and then I need you to swap the tripod. Matter of fact, I'm gonna swap it to this tripod so that way I can
How many you got?
A lot. Thank you, Keitsa. Okay, so give me that tripod right there, and I'm gonna switch it. No, the other one behind it. So I'm gonna switch it. So last night, hey Fred, I'm sleep. Mind you, I had did all these little here. I'm trying to put it in here a little bit so I can. Okay, so I got it. Never mind. So last night, sleep. I had did all these little, wonderful tricks, and I pulled out my headphones. I'm over here, and I'm laying down and I'm listening to tunes because I'm trying to block out whatever's programming in the middle of the night. And yeah, I'm saying it. So whatever y'all trying to do, whatever y'all people be doing in the middle of the night, program, tarot readers and this, that, and the third, I ain't listening. So put my headphones on. And so I'm listening to healing frequencies, things that I'm programming myself with. Okay. So I'm in charge of the program right now. And I was in such an amazing sleep, mind you. Yeah, I switched it. It just sounds funny. So now all of a sudden I get a tap. So because I'm in a deep sleep and I get a tap. And I'm like, Shouldn't be no tapping going on. And mind you, normally you get a tap and you know you home by yourself or you sleep in a place by yourself. To join meeting on Google Meet, click the link. I think, Jess, that's you, and I'm glad you're here now. So I see you, but I can't get online yet because I'm online. So I hope you see this on YouTube. So I opened my eyes because I'm thinking, mind you, you would normally be alarmed because who the freak is tapping me? And I got my headphones on, so I can't hear nothing. And this is the first time I'm doing that. So I'm like, and I just happened to open my eyes and my son is standing in my face. Mind you, my heart didn't race fast. I didn't feel like I needed to jump up and, because you know, there's stuff that be around here. And he's like, hey, Mom. I'm looking at him like, hey, like, what the hell you doing here? Because he never called me and told me he was coming. Although I love the fact that he here, to come to find out they were on break. But this was, what time did you get here, Nope? 4 a.m. Normally 4 a.m. I'm awake already, like at 3 something. So last night, whatever was happening with the headphones and me blocking out, although I don't never want to do that again, because you know what I'm saying, I will, but we're gonna have to figure out some things, because I'm like, I heard nothing. And although that should be dangerous, and I done went to sleep without having no headphones on, and something happened, and I be on, you know, trying to figure it out, because I'm young, black, gifted, and beautiful in here by myself. And so you get what you get. Meanwhile, different perspective, different perception, and that might be good or bad, but to me, I felt like it was $3 a.m. is the hour the demons are most active. Well, Wilson, I'll be up. So take that how you will. Take it how you will. That's the time when I feel like you get closer to God. And that's what people say, like the witching hour or this, that, or third. Like, that be the time when God be talking to me. Like, wake up. But last night I had on headphones and I'm listening to different frequencies. But the way either way, I feel like it was a good thing as far as like the sleep mechanism, the way it was, but I didn't feel like it was a good thing. Meanwhile, you got people just walked in your house, and he's not people because he got a key, but he literally tapped me and I didn't jump. I didn't like, I just looked at him. And then like, as my eyes was adjusting, I realized it was my son, but even still, I wasn't making no moves like, you should be, you know, not in here. So I don't know what that means as far as the thing that I was listening to, if that meant that, you know, that was peaceful, but we're going to have to make some adjustments on that, because, you know, neither good nor bad. It didn't feel like, and that may just be a testament to spiritually how I feel like God is also protecting me and watching over me and making sure that I don't have, you know, those types of energies or whatever connected, because that could have ended up badly. And although now I'm seeing, as I'm sitting down here to set up all the cameras, I'm seeing he had texted me before he got here, but I didn't hear it because I had headphones on, changing my frequency, because I don't really like waking up and everybody knows that I'm online, you know, YouTube, and I do spiritual, you know, stuff. And it seems to be a thing where everybody's being programmed with the same information. I'm not the same as y'all, and I don't want to be programmed with the same information that they getting. So whoever thinks that that's like, and it could just be a frequency. And so I started looking up frequencies yesterday, and I know a lot of y'all probably like, well, that don't happen. It does. It has happened. And even to the United States, and I don't want to say nothing that I'm still not supposed to say because I'm broadcasting on YouTube, and they get a little, you know, cranky when you start saying stuff. But if y'all look it up, there's been a thing where people got hit and targeted with frequencies and it made them sick. And so as I'm looking into like seeing some of the stuff that I'm connected to online, I'm questioning how I got there. How did I get connected to people I don't know? Why do we have the same messages coming out of our lips? I don't like it. I ain't never been that person. And I don't want to be that person. My dad is calling. Dad, how come you don't see me on Facebook? So my dad's calling, but I think he should see that I'm online. So I'll have to call. Ramir, yeah. Can you call your grandpa? Do you have his phone number? All right. So okay. So hopefully he sees it. I hope it's not nothing important. If it is, he'll call back. Then I'll hang up that one. But yeah. So that's a real thing. And like I said, when I started kind of paying attention, I suggested you read the Gospel Revelations. What? I suggest you read the Gospel Revelation, specifically Jesus is the Alpha and Omega, the beginning. Who suggested that? Who? Wilson? Are you the Wilson that is in on my because see this is okay, why are you saying that? Because I don't know why. See, I be thinking, and I'm gonna change my perspective. This is me, y'all get ready to change my perspective. Because literally I don't like when people do that. So I'm gonna just take it as, maybe a lesson, because I don't have to believe what y'all people believe. I'm not gonna believe what y'all people believe. And when people start suggesting, maybe it's a suggestion that you should look into, or maybe you should start looking into different things, because although I love the Bible, I also have many different books into my life. And where you suggest the Alpha and Omega would suggest that you think that Jesus is God. And if you come and talking to me with that, then you should automatically know that's not going to fly, because I'm never going to believe that. I'm never going to be my mother. I'm never going to be my father. And I can't sit at the right hand of a person that I am. The Bible says Jesus sits at the right hand of God. You can't sit at the right hand of a person or a being and be them at the same time, unless I'm having an out-of-body experience. So I'm gonna just say, yeah, you go with God on that one. We're not gonna agree with that. I still love you though. Somebody, what is this doing? Why is that not as you wish, madam? Who's saying that? Why are you saying that? Either way. So fresh perspective as far as life and circumstances and situations go. Sometimes things are not happening the way we wish for them to go, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not going the way that is the plan of God and the universe. Okay, so people are having that's Deco girl. Good morning. So that was the main purpose, the main subject this morning. Maybe y'all can give me, if y'all want to, tell me some of y'all situations and circumstances in the chats, then, we can kind of address it and I can give you a fresh perspective on the situation, because that's what I'm good at. It's like alternate universes, whereas in this universe, this is happening this way, and you may be taking it, looking at it like the glass is half empty. Meanwhile, the glass is half full, and you're just looking at it the wrong way. Okay. Thank you, Wilson. I was going to say, I know you're Muslim and love you too. 1 Corinthians 24:18 talks about the natural man doesn't understand the things of the spirit of God, for it is foolish for him, neither can he know them, because he is spiritually discerned. But he who is spiritual is judged by no man. Okay. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolish unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself judges no man. Okay. Well, I'm very spiritual and I don't judge no man. And again, I even told y'all, Muslim, I don't even know why I got here, like how I got here. It was basically something that God needed me to learn. But that also doesn't mean I'm not going to be a different religion in another lifetime, on this lifetime, because literally I do things that are Jewish, and don't ask me where I learned them from. To me, it's in my DNA and it just comes up. Also, in me being here, I think it's just like a lesson, something that I'm supposed to learn, because throughout life you have to learn the school of planet Earth. So that's where you learn, you know, whatever it is that you're supposed to learn. Yes, sir. Did you get two of them? Two what? Two blinds here. One is on the wall. Okay. What's wrong? Okay, go ahead. The school of Earth, where you learn the things that you were supposed to learn previously, before, that you didn't learn, or the mistakes that you want to make, or whatever it is that you believe, because y'all don't have to believe that, and that's just a thing for everybody. Okay, so whatever it is, just knowing and understanding that whatever you believe, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, you are where you're meant to be at this moment in time. Like, nobody can like knock you off your square. Nobody can, kind of, unless you allow them to. So, and the only reason why I'm having this conversation with y'all is like what I was going to say. Last night, my son, the other one, called me, my middle son, and he was going to go do a Friendsgiving with his friends. And I'm sitting over here like, I went and took a shower, and I'm thinking like, I'd be cool like by myself, but listening to people saying, okay, I'm doing Friendsgiving, this and the third, sometimes it makes me thankful that I don't gotta go nowhere. I don't gotta deal with people. But then on the other hand, I be thinking like, why are you so comfortable not wanting to be around people? Like, don't you want to, like, I would want to be around my kids. So like, if my kids live closer, all of them, and I would with them, my grandkids, and then we would do stuff of that nature. But there's other people who are, this is the hardest time for people. And I think they said this is when people kind of like, the most, because they be depressed about not being around people, or missing their friends, missing their family, and all of these things. So everybody's not fully okay with that. And so I was listening to some music last night, because I told y'all for some reason I'm like on a Tootsie Roll or whatever. That's the new thing, Tootsie. And so I'm like listening to a lot of his music. And then I love his music, but then I'm noticing there's something else that's there. And thank God I have discernment when it comes to certain things, but it sounds like a lot of, and I'm not a therapist or anything else, but you can recognize like a spirit of depression or something like that in the person's music. And so again, I'm listening and it resonates on certain, things that he says or whatever, but then I'm listening a little deeper and I'm saying, hold on. People have to have some understanding when they listen to some of this music, because although it is you're connecting with it, a different perspective in a situation could be, it could kind of lead you down a hole that maybe you might not be, even fully aware of, or it can kind of give you the awakening of the journey. Good morning, Jess. I just said I hope you saw that I was on live. I've been waiting to talk to you. You've been MIA. So yeah. Are you able to, well, if you want to come on live with me, you can, because I'm on YouTube on live. But I was trying to, because I done found so much stuff, and I'm over here like, where is Jess? Because the wormholes that I have been just dropped into, or rabbit holes I have been just going down, are y'all. So I know people are okay, so back to that. Yeah, being mindful that you're not by yourself right now. And so I was wondering if, because I didn't know my son was going to be home. I didn't know that. And so when he came in the door, like he tapped me and I'm saying, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, we're on break. So I said, does that mean I have to cook for you now? And he's like, yeah. I said, I was thinking I wasn't going to have to cook. And he's like, oh, sorry, no, don't worry about it, because I'm glad that you're here for me to, you know, be able to cook for you. I'm glad you're here. But in my mind, I'm like, initially my thought was maybe I should go live, or maybe I should get online with people on hey Ree, good morning, I love you. Maybe I should go live with people on Thanksgiving, because a lot of people don't have friends or family, or they're not going to be, you know, doing the Thanksgiving thing. And so, you know, that would give people a place to, you know, kind of let's talk and get together. And, you know, so now my son's, I still might do it, I don't know. And I might just set the cameras up in my kitchen and shit, y'all hang out with me in my kitchen. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, we have to be mindful that, and maybe some of y'all don't care. I mean, I get it, but check on your friends. Check on the people who are like the what they say, the strongest people, or the people, like, check on them. Just make sure they're okay, because at this point, we don't know whether or not people could be missing their moms, people could be missing their dads, people can be missing their kids. Like, people can just be missing. And although everybody's in the hustle and bustle of, you know, oh, we enjoying the holiday spirit, or we don't, like, some people don't have that. Some people don't have that connection. So a different perspective or perception in your reality, and maybe you're surrounded by loving, caring, this, that, and the third, but there's other people who they don't have that. And sometimes just checking on a person or just asking them, are they okay, can kind of change the air of things. And the other day something was happening, and this was just, you know, even in my my immediate circumstances and surroundings, I felt like it's like teenagers, how they'll say they don't like being touched, or they don't want their parents to hug them, or they don't want this, that, and the third. And I'm saying, hug them anyway. Even though they act like they don't need to be hugged, hug them anyway. Because what's going to happen is, you let them, Christianity doesn't offer a smooth flight, it provides a safe landing. The promise of Jesus is not one of happiness. He promotes righteousness. Well, Wilson, that's on you. You have to believe that, and there's other people that could potentially believe that, and I'm not going to stop you from believing that. But I'm going to just say, Christianity as a whole is a problem, because they be the same people that be saying that, I don't even want to get into this, but I'm gonna just say this. You can't say that God is love, and that might be the problem, because when they distorting one thing for the next, God don't like idols, and God is a jealous God. And if you worshiping a person that's not God, then that might be a lot of the issues and the problems. But Christian people have been the main ones that will come over here and target my channel and tell me God don't love me, and I'm going this, that, and the third. Like, okay, be mindful of that mouth that you have. So, and I'm not going to say all Christians, because there are some people who, you know, they live in love and, you know, whatever. But I'm going to just say this, I believe it's the biggest lie that was ever told. And that's what I'm going to say. And I sit here as a person that loves God. I sit here under a person that knows that I will be judged the same way everybody else is going to be judged. But I feel like Christianity is one of the biggest lies that were ever told. And I'm going to keep saying it until somebody proves to me why it would be that you got to revise a book that was ordained by God, who gave them the authority to adjust anything. And God is not just going to, like, when I be telling people my assignment, God not going to give you my assignment. But God is also a loving God. God is also a vengeful God. God has sent angels to kill and murder. So I'm just not going to be part of the sheeple. Like, I'm just not going to do that. You're not going to pin me in that. And like I said, when I initially started, my assignment is not your assignment. And I'm not designed to go where y'all are going. Okay. Y'all going that way, I'm going to go this way. So then it shouldn't matter whether or not I go this way or not. That's why I said I have my headphones on, because I do realize that there's a programming that's happening at nighttime. That's how all the tarot readers and, you know, all the people are waking up in the morning and everybody got the same message. And I'm sure y'all done seen it. So if that's not like clarification for you, if you in this tarot industry or you in the spiritual realm right now, you can clearly look at channel to channel to channel to channel to channel. The message is the same. The ones that are basically being pushed the most are the ones that talk the most, like they're not accountable for nothing that they say. They're just going to be dealt with at another time. And that's just going to, so the agenda, I'm not going to be a part of the agenda. So I put my headphones on because I'm not listening to that. Okay, he said God loves you, Jesus loves you, but that's not what I came to say. Okay. Do you believe in heaven and hell? And have you read about what the Bible says about tarot, witchcraft, and divination? See, Wilson, I'm gonna say, keep reading what them people wrote. Keep reading what them people wrote. I'm not gonna read what them people wrote. If you wish to do that, I'm not gonna stop you. But what I also will say is, you read what the Bible says about it, and then have you seen, hey, good morning, Prestige Girl, and then have you seen by them same very people the symbols that they're using? Have you seen that? Because it's okay for me to tell you not to do something because I want to keep you asleep, but then meanwhile I'm gonna put them same symbols right in your face. I told you not to use those though, because it's bad. But let me keep doing what I'm doing, because I want you to remain a sheep. So sometimes you got to be a free thinker, and I'm a free thinker. So that's why you can't push that agenda on me. My DNA is going to tell me something different. I'm a little bit more awake to the point where I'm going to listen to what my DNA says over what a book says. Yes, I understand. And I hear you, food for thought. I'm listening to you. Yes. So food for thought, listen to yourself. What does your body tell you? Because my body tells me when I read certain things, that ain't right. I was a kid saying that's not right. That's why I got in trouble, because they kept saying my mouth. I questioned stuff. Somebody had the audacity to tell me one time, I can't question God. Like hell, I can't. And all this time I've been questioning God, I can almost promise you that if God could build a universe, God can put people on this universe, he could have got rid of little old me a long time ago. And quite frankly, I have chosen that opportunity. God, if I got to live here with them, just let them have it. I done said that in front of everybody. Because if I got to share the earth with them, they can have it. Because I don't like them people. But if I have an assignment that I'm supposed to be here to do, stop them in their tracks for doing the thing that they're doing. So I'm not even trying to stop y'all from doing what y'all doing. That's the thing. I done already said it. Y'all can keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all can have it. The Book of Enoch talks about astrology, but that got buried by pastors because they can't twist that info. It's a lot of info that got twisted, and it's a lot of stuff that basically they got that is buried. And also, if you pay attention to the Bible, there's stuff that's in the Bible. It's like they don't want you to believe in giants, but they want you to believe a story about David and Goliath. David is a man, and the Nephilim is even in the Bible. How come the Bible contradicts itself in so many different ways? Either way, different perspective. I'm gonna feel like, Wilson, you letting the enemy use you, because the whole gist of this, and I'm just not gonna feed into it. So I love you, but goats are troublemakers. They never listen to the shepherd. They never recognize. Oh, see, then you done wrote a whole daggone book. I'ma just look. You can come online on one of these platforms, because what I ain't gonna do is read a whole lot of this, and this is not the Wilson George show, because literally, Wilson, you can come on here and we can talk about it, but I don't want to read whatever the hell this is, because it's costing me a whole. And why are you writing this? Gospel actually means the good word. Okay, that's for you though. So you welcome to come on any platform that I'm on. Push your button and come on here and speak your piece. So then that way we can talk about it. But I'm just not gonna read that, because that's long. Like that's a whole. That's this. And you pushing an agenda. And lately I've been noticed it's been people trying to come on and trigger me. So I'm not even gonna let the devil use you by trying to use me. It's a no way Jose. So if you want to talk about it, push the button and you can come on here and say it for yourself. You chat you chatting on Twitch. I'm on all the platforms, I'm on all the platforms. So different perspective. He can believe what he want to believe. I'm gonna believe what I want to believe. I'm not going to let him force his agenda on me, and I'm not going to let him try to disrupt my broadcast this morning either with behavior that I'm just not. So Wilson, you know I love you, and again, I invite you to whatever platform you want to push your button and come on and state your piece. But as of now, my perspective is I've been noticing that the enemy wants to try to corrupt and invade my peace, and I ain't gonna do it. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So y'all see how nicely that works? Different perspective. The enemy trying to trigger you. No, I'm not having it. I'm not having it, because the people that he keep using is people that keep coming on my platform, and it keeps being a thing. Wolf in sheep's clothing. So I'm gonna try to sneak in under the guise of, to try to push an agenda. No, you're not gonna push that agenda on me. We can have a conversation about it. I'm open dialogue and dialect to anybody's version of their religion or whatever it is they want to talk about or learn or whatever they want to discuss. But I'm not going to let you use me for it. I can tell you that, because it's not going to come out of my lips and my mouth when I'm saying what I said already. That's my stance on it. So, and this is not from just yesterday of me looking into the Bible. I grew up Christian. I still will call my uncle for prayer. I know that he believes Jesus is God. I don't believe that. But I also know that as long as that man loves God, then I know he loved me, because I come from God. I sit here in front of y'all because of God. Because quite frankly, I don't know how many times I'm going to tell y'all, I ain't want to do this. This is what I got sat down to do. I was minding my own business, but somehow somebody felt like, okay, let me make sure that she can't do this, that, or the third. She got to sit here, and this is going to be her focus. So I'm going to take that came from nothing but God. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah. Yes. Because they try to sneak their way in, do the guise of, oh, I'm your friend, or, oh, I'm being this, or I'm being that. No, sir. Because the other part is we can have the conversation, but what I'm not going to let you do is try to push your beliefs on me. And that's been the thing. It's been the thing with that lady in that RV. Now it's been the thing with a couple of things. I'm not going to believe what y'all going to believe. And so that's where either we're going to be in loving, agree to disagree. And that's where I'm going to see whether or not God is really in you or not. Or that's when the devil going to come out of you. And then that's where I'm going to still slay you, because guess what? Don't start no won't be none. And God ain't telling me I got to listen to foolishness. Okay. That ain't what I got to do. So at the end of the day, and I keep telling y'all, I'm a work in progress. And my progress suggests I'm willing to use my words and communicate, but you're going to use your own words, and you ain't going to sit here and try to force me to speak your word through create a platform or come on this one. And we can sit and talk about it, but respectfully, don't try to push your agenda off on me. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying what none of y'all people are selling. When God wants me to change, he'll tell me. But that Jesus thing has been a long time brewing in my spirit. Like, and I mean from the time I entered earth. From the time I entered into the church house, from the time I entered, it's not changing. I'm never going to be my mother. I'm never going to be my father. And God will work miracles through me, you, your mama, your daddy, your children. God can work a miracle through anybody. God works miracles through statues that bleed out their eyeballs. So if he could use an inanimate object to do a miracle, what makes you think that he can't use you? So I'm going to sit here, and I'm not trying to push my agenda off on anybody either, because what I know today, I'm going to learn some more information tomorrow. There's hidden text that they keep hiding from us. So how you going to make a decision when you don't even have all the information? That's another thing. We don't have all the information. They're hiding books from us. Anytime something springs up that basically could change our opinion or our perspective on life, they hide it and they take it. Yes, seek and you shall find. Thank you. Seek and you shall find. That is a thing. So they didn't that, and they probably missed that part, because if they had to realize that was in there, they would have took that too. That way you wouldn't go looking for nothing. That way you can continue to be. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. I'm not following you nowhere. I'm gonna always go in the opposite direction. Why? Because it's easier to slaughter all y'all when y'all together. And if you just like, here, I'm gonna give you the book. I'm gonna give you this. Oh, well, hold on. That's in there. Let me cross that out. Don't listen to that. But here, take this book. Oh, hold on. I forgot that was in there. Let me cross this out. Don't follow that. Don't follow that. That was a mistake. Here, but take the book. Like, you got me fucked up. You totally got me fucked up, because if in fact God said, write this down and don't change it, and that's the other part. You also do realize that everybody that changed it is going to be in trouble. They're going to be in trouble when they get up there. Meanwhile, their agenda can still be pushed here. You see what I'm saying? Yes, faith without works is totally dead. Yeah, but why a lot of people not dead yet? You said faith without works is dead and the wages of sin is death. Why they not dead yet? Oh, don't say that on YouTube. Why? But why? Explain it to me. Why? Why are they not? Are you saying that sin has not been around for a long, long time? What made me turn from Christianity? I never was asked. That's the thing. Because I was born under a Christian family, I just automatically was invited. I was automatically initiated. Well, I'm going to say it again. With all these negative spirits and demons running around here doing a whole bunch of ungodliness, why they still here? And why are you so adamant about trying to push your agenda on me? You see what I'm saying? It's given wolf in sheep's clothing. Because why can't you just say, if you claim that you love me as a person, go to God about it. Go talk to God. Ask God. Don't try to force your agenda on me, because instantly that's a red flag to me. It's a red flag because why? Why? What made you turn from Christianity? If you've been listening the whole time, you would automatically know. I said I come from a Christian family. Nobody asked me as a child, do I want to go to church? No, you just get initiated into the order of Christianity. So guess what? When I got old enough to know and old enough to realize and old enough to understand that I could go to God for myself, I understand things that maybe other people don't understand, and maybe I understand some stuff that you don't understand. Maybe you understand some stuff that I don't understand. But what I understand right now, right here on this platform is you're pushing an agenda. You're giving, why don't I just go back to sleep? You giving way too much energy for me. So I keep saying it. No, and no means no. Okay. So in case nobody told you, no means no. And it's a big fat no for me. Okay. So kudos to you for following without questioning. I'm just not that. So exactly, that's what I dislike Christianity. No consent. You just get initiated, and that's the end. And still, you're initiated because you give your baby to Christ, not to God. So you just literally subjected your child to an entity or whatever it was. It wasn't unto God. Because again, I'm not my mother. I'm not my mother, and I'm not my father. Just the same, God bless America is crazy like everybody else, but America, yes. That's how they do it. They want to push their agenda. And so I love God. Can't nobody stop me from loving God. But I don't love your God. I don't know what that God is. So I don't know I can't love something that I like. I don't know what that is. And that would almost be like me saying, yeah, I just can't. I'm not going to do that. So I love God. I love God. I love Jesus. I love the Bible. I love it because guess what? No matter what, there is some stuff that's in there that's right. But with the thing that you're pushing, because whatever God you're pushing, why you got to sell it and why you got to push it? So I don't know what that is. And I'm not accepting of that. I'm going to keep that out of my spirit. I'm absolutely not pushing it. Yes, and you are very much pushing it an agenda because you're over here basically trying to say, mind you, I done invited you to every platform. Everyone. You're on Facebook, you can push that camera button, and then that way you can come on here and push your own agenda and everybody can see it. Well, no, God gave everybody a choice, but why is it that kids are initiated into whatever their family believes right away? So it's not just a message because I said no means no. No from the beginning. No. And when you keep pushing, you know what that means. So Murica, I don't know. Some Christians also lost, and that's why they forcing on people to believe, forcing way that's always backfires, period. Yes, I love God and Christ and Jehovah and Buddha, and yes, me too. All of them. Because to me, I feel like they all the same people. God has many different names. So if people speak different languages, then I might not understand the name that you're calling him in your language, your dialect. But at the end of the day, God is God. God is God. There's only one. Whether or not you call him this, that, or the third, there's only one. And in that case, like I said, I don't know why people automatically believe that God can't do something. If you believe God created a universe and it's all these people running around here, if God wanted y'all not to be here, you would not be here. That's why I said different perspective. So people complain about Mondays because that's how we got here. People complain about certain things, but what if Monday never came for you? And I'm not complaining about y'all being here. That's the reason why the world is amazing, because there's many different perspectives and perceptions of a person, place, or thing. But we don't have to all be the same exact way, or we don't have to all believe in the same exact thing. I can come to you and say, oh, I'm this religion, or I'm under this, whatever guidance right now, because I'm supposed to learn something here, and this is the guidance that I'm under right now. I don't got to keep prodding you to why is it this, why it don't matter. What matters is, do you love God? Because if you love God, of course, God made everything, because your parents have a responsibility to take care of you. He cast Satan to earth. This is Satan's playground. Well, it's my playground right now. And so whether or not you believe it's Satan, it's my playground right now because I live here. So that's another thing. It is, let's create like people not to want to live and not to want to explore and not to want to this. And until I'm not here no more, it's my playground. So that's it. That's all. I'm going to have me some fun. And I'm not going to be worried about whether or not a Christian or a person trying to push Jesus off as God to me cares. Because you don't have to. That's where I'm at with it. Exactly, all the same God, but people use names to divide and conquer. Yeah, but they're gonna divide themselves and conquer themselves. Don't try playing my face, because at the end of the day, America is fairly new to this world. Just think about that. Well, and that's the thing that I'm saying. Like, it's always somebody trying to tell you that something is bad. If it's bad for you, that's fine. It ain't bad for me, okay? The song about Mondays is about someone who woke up on Monday and went on a killing spree because Monday, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what, Wilson, is your assignment today to kind of just, misconstrue everything and try, like, what is your assignment today? Because I need to know. Because if your assignment is to get on my nerves, because I don't even know what song you're talking about. I clearly said people wake up on Mondays. What song are you talking about? Like, what are you hearing over there? What is playing in your brain today? Monday, and went out on a killing spree because Monday is the most stressful day of the week. It is not what I said. It's written in the gospel. What are you talking about, though? Like, what are you talking about? I'm talking about something totally different from what you're talking about, because you keep wanting to push your agenda. That's why you're focused in that place. Like, what part of this do you not see? So I'm going to just go with what I was saying. I don't know, Melba. Somebody trying to push the agenda because I'm confused. I don't like Mondays. Have you heard that? No, I don't. No, but that's not what the perspective that I'm saying is, or the perception. Change your perception as to why you don't like Mondays. The meeting was about your perception. It was basically as to how people they will jump to the negative instead of the positive. So I'm trying to not jump to the negative as to how you got here or why it is that, so, maybe a lesson in my own, maybe you were here for something. I don't know. View that in a different way. Yeah. So which platform is he on? He's on Facebook. So all I want to know is, we are promoting good. We are promoting positivity for today, not somebody went out on a killing spree on a Monday. Like, okay, maybe it has something to do with that. So Mondays are stressful days. So now change your perspective. Why is Monday a stressful day? Because you're recovering from the weekend, or you're recovering from, things. Sometimes on Mondays, computers don't work because they've been sitting. That's how I started the message. Change your perspective. So I'm going to say that you were here in order to show that we can have different opinions, different perspectives. I still love you. I hope you show up on ladies' night and we can continue the conversation. But when you show up, please be mindful that everybody's not going to believe the same thing as you believe. Because if we did that, this world would be completely boring. And why would you want that anyway? So I'm gonna say that must be the reason for you being here with that energy, because yes and no for me, I'm still not buying. Monday ain't nothing but a post Monday. But a post a post Monday. View that in different ways. Melba. Oh, Melba done went from one side to the next. So that's what I'm gonna say as far as this conversation or this video is concerned. Different perspectives, different perceptions in a situation. If you think negative, you're gonna get negative. If you think positive, you're gonna get positive. Like, as to why this happened, why did a thing happen, why did whatever it was that you deem as stressing you out, getting on your nerves, why did it happen? Because somebody had to see that I was gonna find the silver lining in a situation. Okay, so find the silver lining in a situation, but also be mindful. Stand your guard, stand your ground. These people gonna come around here and they're gonna try to convince you that the sky is purple, and if you don't stand for nothing, you're gonna fall for anything and everything. And just because you can't see it, don't make it not real, because at the end of the day, you can't see God, but I know he's real. So, but there's some people that don't believe in God. I'm not going and I'm not saying nothing to them other than I love you. And there's people that I know don't believe in God. There's some better people than the people that say they believe in God. Like, I know that too. They will help you. They will go out of their way to help you. But it's some people that believe in God that won't do nothing but watch you fall into a pit. They be trying to dig the hole for you to fall in. And on top of that, if you really believe in God, right? And this is what I'm opposed to any religion, anybody. If you really believe in God, why y'all don't think that God could get people to where he wants them to be, or where the universe wants them to be, or where she wants you to be? Whatever you believe God is, why don't you trust them enough to know that the same people that y'all are looking at, putting your mouth on, parting your lips to talk about, why don't y'all know that God can make them change? Because it's almost like y'all go out of y'all way to try to force something on somebody else, and it gotta be, because I'm even my uncle, like, literally, I had this thing with my uncle, and I still know he loves me, but my uncle told me that in order for me to get into the gates of heaven, I got to plead the blood of Jesus. No, I don't. You got to do that. I don't got to do that. Mind you, y'all see, I still called my uncle still prayed for me. So just because I said those words to him, I still love Jesus. I just don't believe Jesus is God. I believe there's power in the name of Jesus. There's certain things that have power. If you go touch like one of the how can an inanimate object, because they tell you about the what is the chalice, and also the but well, I can't think of nothing right now. What is it called, y'all? Either way, there's power in inanimate objects. So if you get this chalice and you can drink from the chalice, that there's power in it. So if there's power in inanimate objects, of course I would believe there's power in the name of Jesus. There's power in me. There's power in you. Again, I'm gonna say God can work miracles through anybody. There was power in a garment. In the Bible, since we talking about the Bible, a lady said, if I can touch your garment, just because somebody had it on. So there's power in things. People believe if you go to certain buildings and you touch certain stuff, there's power in that thing. So I believe there's power in the name of Jesus. But what you're not going to convince me of is the other thing, the latter thing. And that shouldn't make me no more of, I shouldn't be called a witch or a bitch or a fucking demon, or I shouldn't be called any of that, because at the end of the day, how do you know? Melba said she had to go over there and see. I'm still a child of God. And even in Muslim faith, they don't believe that God has children. So, but they can't take that out of me either, because again, I'm a child of God. You see what I'm saying? So even though God sent me to a place, I'm saying, God, why did you send me to a place? Because I was fine where I was. No, you wasn't fine where you was. You had to go and you had to learn some stuff. But I'm also learning different religions. I keep telling y'all, I feel like the world is a school. Planet Earth is a school. So you learn what you learn. But I can almost promise you this. Whether or not I get into heaven or hell, it's going to be because of what I did, not because of what somebody told me that I had to believe in. Get somebody else to do it. Because that ain't how I'm doing it. My assignment and what I'm doing, I'm going to get to whatever place. If I get to either one, which I know I'm going to heaven, but no matter where I get to, I'm going to be accountable for what I did. I'm going to be accountable for what I said. I'm going to be accountable. I'm not going to be like the rest of y'all and said, oh, well, they gave me this book and they said I had to learn from it. And God going to say, well, did you, hey, DK, God going to say, well, did you question anything? He might not say that, but he might. And then what you going to say? No, I didn't question it. I just took the book, God, and because that's what they told me. Well, sorry about your life, but you're going to have to tell me some different shit. I'm going to listen to my intuition and I'm going to follow my discernment and I'm going to follow my DNA and I'm going to know that wherever I go, it's going to be my own fault. I promise you that. Just like even when stuff happens right now, I'll be accountable. How did this person or how did this thing get into your energy? I allowed it in. Okay, well, you knew it wasn't right when you let it in. Okay, I liked it. It was fun. Charge it to my human nature. I'll be liking shit that. And again, there's stuff that I like that basically God's saying, I'm not even gonna let that near you. So if you trust him, because I also say that, God, don't even let me get caught up in that. But the fact of the matter is if you believe God can do all these things, then know that God can do all these things. Stop trying to limit God. Or you could potentially be limiting yourself by trying that. And I'm not going to limit myself. So that's just what I got for y'all. And hopefully it helped. Change your perspective. Change your perception as to things. Things are not, there's a silver lining in everything. Find it, achieve it, believe it, and go forth into the... No. I got in an accident, DK. Somebody ran me down and they hit me. So, hey, Catherine. Good morning. All right, everybody. So I love y'all. Tier 3 members. Oh, well, hold on. Tier members on YouTube. There's videos in there for y'all. I'm about to do the message for the regular channel. But tier members, there's actual new videos in there for you guys. So, excuse me, everybody. I love y'all. Wilson, thank you for your interjection in today. I just was not going to read that long ass paragraph. I just wasn't going to do that. But if you would like to do ladies night, ladies night this week, 9:30. My brother suggested to do the Friendsgiving there. So after Thanksgiving, bring your food. We had met in Jersey. That's why I was asking. We had met in Jersey. And what part of Jersey? DK, I don't even know who you are, I don't think. Let me see. Where did I meet you at? I didn't really go to Jersey too much, so. Either way, everybody else, I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Wilson, I was not trying to offend, but again, no means no. No means no, people. Be mindful. In everything. You'll save yourself a lot of trouble. All right. Goodbye.